Good day guys, this is Practiphile and today we are going to unbox and give my first impressions of... Yeah man, actually I'm supposed to, I don't know, like I already did an unboxing video of the EJ09, Letshuoer EJ09, but I don't know man, like unfortunately for some reason I couldn't find the file. I don't know if I deleted it or something. I did try to recover my SD card but it wasn't there, so yeah, for some reason I only have the, not really my second impression, like after a week I kind of like give my final review, so I only have my final review of it, so I don't have the unboxing. But if you're curious about what's inside, here are the pictures. And you know, like I don't have anything to say because I cannot fake a first impression of video. I just can't. I already listened to it for like more than a week. But yeah, so recently I'm just modding things. I have a modded Dioku here, which by the way graphs really sick. Here's a graph. But anyhow, this is a Dioku review, and I'm sorry, EJ09 review. And right before I give you to my final review, I just want to remind you that maybe some of you haven't subscribed yet, so please do click that subscribe button. You don't have to do the notification bell. I just needed to get that 1K subscribers. At least that's my goal for this year. Hopefully I can get that sooner or at least before the year ends. So yeah, this is my final review of the Letshuoer EJ09. So yes guys, I'm back, and after like a week listening with the Letshuoer EJ09. So here are my thoughts. Yeah, in my first impression I mentioned that they're bright. It's not really my preferred tonality, but I should say I can tolerate it. I can tolerate the brightness. I tried changing ear tips, and I used this hybrid silicone with foams in it. I think kind of like a knockoffs of like orange peels or Misudiko, forgot the name. Silicone tips stuffed with foam tips inside. So yeah, what are my thoughts? This is a it's not balanced. I'd say it's like neutral with a bit of it's neutral bright. At first it was hard for me to like figure out its tonality, but my best analogy would be, imagine using a camera and exposing it like 1 to 2 dials, like 1/3 to 2/3 of exposure. And that's how I felt about how my music was played. So they have this tinge of brightness to them, tinge of clarity, if that's what you want. Well, overall it's not bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna score this, and I'm gonna be talking about each part, like the bass, mids, and everything during my scoring. So yeah, let's start with tonality. I think the tonality in this it's not a 3 for me, because as I mentioned, it doesn't really fit my preference. So I think I'd give the tonality a 2. Yeah, only a 2. It could be better, but I don't know. I felt that there was something too much. The clarity was too much. Although I really like some parts of the frequency, but the overall tonality for me is just average. Bass though, I think bass is a 3. No, at first I was like, maybe I'm not gonna like the bass on these because these are neutral and bright, but I was wrong. Like the more I listened to it, I remember the CADENZA 12s, the Letshuoer CADENZA 12s, and I think it was, there's this quality to it that it's so satisfying. It's like every hit of the drum, you feel it in your ears. The texturing is just well done, I think. Although the quantity might not be for you, but I do like the quality of the bass. So I'm giving it a 3. That's the bass. Now for the mids though, I like how open they are, so I'm giving it a 3 for the mids. So although I mentioned that it's a bit bright, but it kind of like gives this clarity and resolution. Like I felt that female vocals sounded really good. They're a bit forward, which I like. I like mid-forward sets. I also thought that male vocals would need some heft, but I just like its overall presentation. The mids instruments sounded very energetic, lively. Snares hit really good. I I just like it. So yeah, that's for the mids. Treble though, yeah, for me treble, I think at first I was thinking of giving it 1.5, but as the more I listened to it, I kind of like grew into it. There's this character about its treble that, I mean, it's not really affecting the timbre that much on instruments. It's just, as I mentioned, my analogy would always be like increasing the exposure to like 1/3 to a 2/3. If you know, I'm giving the analogy of the camera, but so for the treble, I'm giving it a 2, only a 2. It's just average, not because it's lacking, but it's a bit too much for me. But it's not bad in a way that I would rank them down or like put them in like 1.5. So I'm giving them a 2 for the treble. Technicalities, I'm giving it 2.5 for text. What can I say about the text though? Yeah, I like how wide sounding they are. Imaging, layering, and separation is actually very good. And that sense of openness, I will miss the openness in these. Yeah, resolution though, yeah, I think that they're pretty resolving. But it's not a 3 because I know there are other sets that can do better, because I think these are priced at 1,200 bucks, so that's a lot of cash. So you really need to edition these. You really need to edition these if you're planning to buy them, if the tonality is for you. So yeah, to compare, what can I compare? Yeah, the ones that I tried recently was the what was that? The HIBY, what was that? HIBY, forgot. It was the HIBY ZETA. Oh my god, I forgot. HIBY ZETA. I think it's around 1,200 bucks as well. The tonality is different though. Like that one is bassy, this one is the complete opposite. So just telling you that, you know, like if you want bass, then maybe that one fits you better, but if you want bright sounding sets, then maybe you can get this one here. I do like how organic sounding the HIBY FZ and the HIBY ZETA is. The tonal, just for the timbre accuracy, I would prefer that, but for stage separation and layering, I think I'd pick this one because the HIBY ZETA feels like more closed in. This one sounds wider. So other comparisons, cheaper though, it's from the same company. It's the EJ07Ms and the Kinda Lava. I do feel like I get a more balanced sound out of those. They are cheaper. I think they are like 700 or 600 bucks. They're more tonally pleasing than this one because this one says, again, they are leaning to a brighter signature. Do you get an upgrade from that one to these? Yeah, maybe if you're really into treble. I don't know. Maybe you won't like it. It's not really an upgrade of the overall resolution, because I feel like it has some, you know, like the EJ09s are like faking the resolution because it's boosting maybe around 10k, 8 to 10k. It's boosting I'm for sure there are some frequencies boosted here around 8k because it was so hard for me to get the 8k peak, so I was guessing maybe they boosted that frequency there. Yeah, what else? Maybe the DUNU SA6 Mark IIs. I have them here. I think I prefer the balance of the SA6 Mark IIs, although these sound wider and like tonally it's closer to my target, but I feel like you get more value with the SA6 Mark IIs because they're cheaper, that's one, and there's like more wow factor with these. Although these have like colored bass because there's some elevation in the sub bass. There's also some elevation on the treble, although I feel like even if the treble on the EJ09s are boosted, they're closer to natural sounding than like these here in the SA6. I feel like I don't, maybe it's a driver thing. I really think that it's a bit too artificial sounding for me. But overall, if I'm gonna pick, I'd probably choose the SA6 just because it's cheaper and for me, it has good balance than this one. What else though? This is more expensive though. It's the Cadenza 12. Which would I choose? Should I open this? Oh god, it's so hard. Alright. The Cadenza 12 though, yeah. Hands down, man. It's Cadenza 12 wins it. Like, it's just way better in terms of like the overall balance and resolution. But that's of course if the signature fits your preference, you know. So what do I say about these one? What can I say? I think they are not bad. I know, like as I mentioned, it's like reference neutral, right? So yeah, to give you a score on that, so what was my score again? It was like 2, 3, 3, 2, 2.5. I think I get like 12.5. 12.5 for me is, I think, A. So I think I'm ranking it an A. It's not bad. I think it ranks similar with the ZETA. I forgot how I ranked them. But yeah, I do think you should audition these. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who like these. Experiment with ear tips or, you know, different pairings. I do find that with warmer sources, it can tame a little bit of that treble to make it tolerable. Interestingly enough though, like the treble isn't, yeah, it has some forward treble, but it's not really the piercing kind. It's just, yeah, going back to the analogy, it's just like it's a bit exposed for me. Like the treble is a bit too exposed for me, and I feel like it's making the overall sound like sterile, however you may call it. So I feel like the sound is overexposed and you get that dry, clinical sounding IM. So yeah, that's the EJ09 for you. What else can I say? Nothing more. That's it actually. Yeah, audition these. If you have the chance, audition these. I do think with the presence of the Monarchs and other cheaper stuff, I don't know. Like for me personally, I enjoy this. I mean, I rank depending on how I enjoy them, but if I have the cash, I'd be very careful on how I spend my money. So I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my video. Subscribe if you want. I know a lot of you guys aren't subscribed yet. I'm nearing 1,000, or maybe in when I posted this video, I'm already 1,000. Thank you again for those who subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.